Halo Infinite has had a wild ride the past 3 months since the release of its multiplayer on November 15th. It took the gaming world by storm and was seemingly the most popular game for a time, being talked about and played by the biggest streamers, influencers, and competitive gamers around. Halo Infinite's first major LAN topped out at over 250,000 concurrent viewers. It seemed like Halo truly was back. But over the past month and a half or so, sentiment has done a complete 180, with the player base dwindling and discourse surrounding the game ranging from negativity to players turning apathetic. So what's the current state of Halo Infinite? How did we get here? And will 343 get out of the hole they've dug themselves into? I'm Rehab, your favorite Halo YouTuber, and today I'm going to tell you why playing Halo Infinite right now is literally a waste of time. Halo Infinite's biggest problem 3 months after launch is the same problem it had on day one: lack of content. Halo Infinite launched with a severe lack of playlists, giving you 3 ranked options what are literally all the same playlist but with different input parameters, a quick play playlist, and big team battle. I guess you could count Fiesta since it was a week-long event playlist we had a couple weeks after launch, but that is far off from the options the community expects from a Halo game. And how has this been dealt with? 3 months later, 343 has added a social free-for-all playlist, made Fiesta permanent, as well as adding a Team Slayer playlist and SWAT, which they now call Tactical Slayer. It was exciting when these were added, but I think the community saw this as a step in the right direction, not fixing the problem as a whole. We still haven't gotten any additional ranked playlists. Where's the ranked 2v2, ranked free-for-all, ranked Team Slayer? What about snipers? If you want to play ranked right now, you are forced to only play the HCS 4v4 settings. You have no other rank to grind if you aren't a fan of the HCS sandbox. The worst part is that the community has continuously asked for this, and it seems like we're just getting trolled by 343 at this point. 343 has addressed the lack of playlists previously, stating that they can't have too many because of limitations with the game engine. We're talking about the Slipspace engine, the one they seemingly built from the ground up for Halo Infinite. How does that happen? You're telling me that you build a game engine for a specific game and it had playlist limitations? It's not like 343 didn't know the amount of playlists that players expect. They can look at the last 5 Halo games and just copy and paste. This is the type of thing that has the Halo community enraged with negativity about Halo Infinite. Although Halo Infinite has a great core sandbox, a lot of players just don't have their preferred game types readily available in a playlist. Maybe you only play Infection. Maybe you enjoy grinding ranked but prefer the vanilla Slayer settings, or like 2v2 as opposed to 4v4. Or maybe free-for-all is your thing. Maybe you've always spent most of your time in the snipers playlist. If any of that is what you're looking for, Halo Infinite simply isn't providing the experience you prefer 3 months after launch. But what if you only play Team Slayer or Big Team Battle and never really liked sweating in ranked? You have everything you need to enjoy Halo Infinite, right? Well, no, I definitely wouldn't say that, because the progression in this game is boring. In Halo 3 and Halo Reach, you had really interesting XP progression systems that had you coming back for more. Whether you were working on maxing out your captain rank in Halo 3 or battling to become a 5-star general, you wanted to get that new shiny symbol next to your gamer tag. In Halo Reach, everything you did gave you credits towards the illustrious inheritor rank. Whether you ever got it or not, everyone still tried, and they enjoyed every new rank and symbol along the way. Halo Infinite has none of that. No XP based progression system at all, actually. Just a seasonal battle pass with levels 1 to 100 with mostly underwhelming rewards for each level. The levels are only achieved by completing weekly challenges that reward you with XP. They've made positive updates to the challenge system since launch, which is good. Originally, people were leveling up really slow, with having tons of matches where you don't complete any challenges, so you get nothing for those games. Since then, 343 has increased the XP rewards and added daily challenges to reward you for each game you play. That's all and well, but leads right into the next problem. Once you complete the 100 tier battle pass, you no longer have any sort of progression. I've been done the season 1 battle pass since December 11th. It's been over 2 months of having no progression, and season 2 doesn't drop for another 3 months. I realize I play more than most people, and the vast majority of the community is still working towards finishing the battle pass. But if you only play social and don't have a battle pass to progress through, what's the point of playing? Sure, you can play just to have fun, but that only gets you so far. Maybe you play an hour or two once a week and get your fix. Some players may want to play but just don't have a reason to. 343 needs to give you a reason to play. After finishing the battle pass, you can still check in on Tuesdays when the weekly challenges reset. There's always a weekly ultimate reward you can work for, but the majority of the time, it's a stupid emblem that I can't imagine going through the stress of challenges for. And that's if the emblem isn't a repeat reward that you already worked towards. I have completed the weekly ultimate a few times when the reward was a weapon skin, but most of the time I'm not interested enough in the reward to bother even trying. The only other reason players have to play Halo Infinite right now is when a weekly event comes up. We recently had the Cyber Showdown, and currently going on is week 4 of the Tenrai event. These events have shown to boost the population a bit, so people are interested in logging in to check them out. But overall, I've been underwhelmed. The events always shoehorn you into a specific playlist, one typically I don't like to play, or at least don't want to play as long as I need to complete the event challenges. I do them reluctantly because it's just something to do, but I almost feel like I'm completing a chore list when I'm going through the event challenges. I would really like to see 343 work on these events and make them more fun. Maybe they can make the challenges things we can do in the playlist of our choosing, or make the rewards less lackluster. As it currently stands, I'm not the biggest fan, but hey, at least it's content, I guess. When it comes to the gameplay, Halo Infinite is a solid game, but there are still tons of issues in matchmaking that are leaving players frustrated, such as server desync causing you to die around corners, high latency, and the ranked matchmaking system just being a mess. I've resorted to mostly playing in tournaments or custom 8s lobbies from the frustration of ranked matchmaking. I don't care what kind of explanation you give me, I cannot fathom how I can win 80% of my games and still end with a lower rank than I started at. 343 has stated that ranked isn't working as intended and actually reset the ranks yesterday because they were seeing inflated ranks. This kinda gave me a reason to play again because everyone's on the same playing field being back in Diamond, and it's exciting to try and beat everyone back to Onyx. It's like a season reset, but it doesn't seem like 343 actually fixed any of the underlying issues. From the 11 games I played yesterday, you still get into a lobby where you're either supposed to carry your teammates or get carried by your teammates. It feels like there's no in between. That's obviously not the case, there's a bunch of evenly skilled games. But if I'm at Onyx 1600, I should not be playing against a team with Onyx 2000s and a Platinum Kid. They also haven't added any reason for players to continue playing after getting to Onyx. Sure, you can keep playing and get your CSR higher, but there's no champion rank for the top 200 players in the playlist, there's no in-game leaderboards to compare yourself to others, there's no game skins or cosmetics for being one of the best players in ranked matchmaking. There's not even any leaderboards or any sort of stat tracking on Halo Waypoint. Thank God we have third-party sites like Halo Tracker, or we wouldn't have any stats at all. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'll be grinding the rank split to get it to Onyx, but I'll probably still be spending most of my time in customs until they put out a huge overhaul to ranked. If they ever do. Halo has always been the game that offered something for any type of gamer. Casual, competitive, players who like to progress through a leveling or ranking system, or players that just like doing wacky stuff in custom games. And while Halo Infinite has strong core gameplay and a platform to offer a great experience to all types of gamers, it currently struggles to offer a great experience to any type of gamer. With the mid-season, mid-February update being underwhelming, it seems like we'll be waiting until Season 2 in May before we get any sort of meaningful updates to Halo Infinite. So until Season 2 drops, playing Halo Infinite is really just a big waste of time.